Hey YouTube, Twig here, bringing you guys my Majespecter deck profile for June 2016. I was going for the pure build version of the Majespecter deck with this run. I know a lot of decks run the Magician variant, Performer Pal, Draco Pal variant. I thought I'd go for the pure build. That's more of my style with a lot of my deck profiles. So let's go ahead and jump into the deck profile. I run 3 Majespecter Raccoon Bambuku. All the Majespecters share the same characteristic that they don't run or have pendulum effects, but they all also have the effect that cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So it makes them resistant to cards like Torrential, Bottomless, which is all a good feature to have. With Raccoon, when this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Majespecter monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. So basically, you can even add him himself if you want to. But you can get necessary cards for searches like Crow or Fox that search your spell and trap cards. So you can normal him, get that other one, then pendulum summon the other ones for those searches. And I run 3 Majespecter Crow Yada. When this one is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Majespecter spell card from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. So you can grab basically any of the Cyclone or Sonics that you run, and they're all quick plays, so they can be activated on your opponent's turn as well. I like running 3 just also for the Draco Slayer search as well. And I also run 3 Fox QB. QB searches the trap card, and the trap card's really good. It's basically a Solemn Strike, Majespecter Tempest. Once again, another Draco Slayer search off of this one as well. And the scales all run between 2 and 5, which means you can pendulum summon all of the Majespecter monsters back from your extra deck each turn if your opponent manages to attack over them and just get their research effects off. And I also run 3 Majespecter Toad Ogama. When this card is normal or special summon, you can set 1 Majespecter spell or trap directly from your deck, but it cannot activate it this turn. You can only use this effect of Toad once per turn, and it also shares the similar effect if it cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. The search effect pretty much goes without saying. Trap cards can't be activated on the turn of their set, and the quick play spell cards, you can't activate them when you set it, but good search for back row setup. And I also run 2 Nekotama. Playing around, and I just felt I was more comfortable. He has an end phase search effect when it's normal summon or special summon. You can add 1 Majespecter card from your deck to your hand during the end phase. So you can very much search anything you need. Just has to be at the end phase, so you can't set it or anything like that. But just an additional search option. And I also run 2 Majespecter Unicorn Kieran. This one cannot be pendulum summoned because it is a level 6, but the compulse effect is really good. During either player's turn, you can target 1 pendulum monster in your monster zone, and 1 monster your opponent controls, return them to the hand. So get over some pesky cards your opponent controls. Just running 2 for that needed tribute monster. It's kind of not so much slow, just the tribute takes away a monster and the normal summon from there, but it also shares the destruction effects, so you don't have to worry about cards like that. And also run 1 Luster Pendulum Draco Slayer. Just like I said, the Destruction Surge effects also allows for Igniter plays. And 2 Archfiend Eccentrics, just for back row popping and monster popping with this card. Plus you could resummon it back as well. And also 2 Maxi for draw power. I was testing this between Effect Veiler and this card, and I just found that Maxi was much better. With Effect Veiler use, you don't have to really worry about your monsters being, cast out or anything like that. So this is the choice that I chose. And I also run, now for spells, I run 2 Majesty's Pegasus. You can't search this card with the Majespecter, just because it doesn't have Majespecter in the card name, and be really broke otherwise. All Majespecter monsters on the field gain 300 attack and defense. You contribute 1 wind spellcaster type monster to special summon 1 level 4 or lower Majespecter monster from your deck. You can only use the effect of Pegasus once per turn, so it's basically an additional search along with that power play. And I also run 3 Majespecter Sonics. You target 1 Majespecter you control until the end of the turn. Its attack and defense are double. Its current attack and defense, and also any battle damage inflict is half. So it's basically me taking the damage it would have taken, if it wasn't doubled. So you basically can get over big cards with this, or you can, activate it when your opponent attacks during damage step and destroy their monster. Just a good way to get over some big hitters. And I also run one Cyclone. Was testing between this and two of this and two Sonics, but I found that just one of this was fine, just because you run the Majespecter Tempest. You tribute one Windcaster spell type monster to target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. I had a lot of Decree plays played on me, so this card helped in that situation, just having, one additional back row set. A lot, same with Sonic, when they worried about traps and they had to Decree, these two cards really came in handy. Plus also one Terraforming just to search out the field spell, and one Upstart for that additional draw power, and one Regeki, and two Twin Twisters. Played around with this in MST. Still like this, even though you usually don't want to discard your Pendulum monsters. And for traps, I run 3 Majespecter Tempest. Like I said earlier, the Solemn Strike of the deck. When a monster would be special summoned or a monster effect is activated, you contribute one Wind Spellcaster type monster, you negate the summon activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So when you tribute your Majespecters, they'll just go back to the extra deck, and you can summon them back again next turn. So getting rid of monster summon, well worth it just for getting your monster back later on. And I also run 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Vanities, 1 Bottomless, and I'm also running 2 Drowning Mirror Force. I really like this card just for when your monster plays are kind of slow. Happened a couple times. Shuffle all your opponent's monsters back, then, when need be, you can fill up your field. If you don't have the Drowning Mirror Forces, you can put in Blazing Mirror Force. Works just as well. I just prefer Drowning, just for sometimes when my opponent, like I said, overhits my monster field, they're all in the extra deck, my board is clear. These will take care of that direct attack by shuffling them all back. But Blazing, like I said, also helps in a different situation, but still just as good. And for the extra deck, I run 1 Magister, just for the pendulum searches, 1 Chidori. All the Majespecter monsters are win, so easy to get this guy out. 1 Trapeze Magician, they're all also spellcasters. Heartland Draco for the face-up spell direct attacks. 1 Castel, 1 Utopia, 1 Number 101, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Dark Rebellion, 1 Totem Bird, 1 Leviair, 1 Acid Golem, 1 Alucard, 1 Grempulse, and 1 Ignister for the Draco Slayer. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.